evening to you. Merry Christmas to you. I am going to go ahead and jump right into it. We are going from Leo all the way to Scorpio. So Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio tonight. I'm doing full clarifications. And then tomorrow is Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So we're going to jump right into it. Starting with Leo. This is for the week ahead, December 29th through to January 4th. What does Leo need to know? Oop, down it goes. Leo. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that comes my way. All the cards are falling on the floor. So please do take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody else that you may be dealing with. All right, Leo, overall energy for the upcoming week. Well, we have the sun, so that's you. And it's pertaining to number 9, change. Interesting, the sun is not only Leo, so I feel like you're fully in your power, but it's creativity, joy, happiness. And it also feels like it could be illuminating a shift and a change. Change could be definitely moving, changing jobs. It feels like a significant shift and change. We have the 7 of water. There's a need for you to pick one option. There seems to be a lot of opportunities. Could be some daydreaming going on. With the 4 of water, we have the energy of possibly kind of being unsatisfied with, I don't know if it's necessarily current, maybe even current and past emotional opportunities, just kind of over it, ready for something new. Well, you're getting something new with the Lovers, number 6, Gemini energy. It also could pertain to self-love. We are going to clarify, so we'll find out here in a moment. And then we have number 20, the Call. That is Scorpio energy. It feels like there's a need to surrender and go with the flow, get more towards following your intuition kind of energy. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 10, storm warning, and it's pertaining to number 35, pathway. I feel like you're definitely on a transformational path. It definitely with the change coming. And the storm warning could be more of an internal, like it feels like a really major shift and change taking place. I mean, we're talking about a move, something transformative. Could even be some form of a spiritual awakening. We have a page of Earth. Pages bring news. Well, BGMI edits. If you're not a fan, there are many other people that you can go watch. Pages bring news. It could be somebody younger than you. It's an opportunity, something tangible happening in the 3D. So far, Leo, it feels like you have a major change taking place in your life. It could be starting next week. This is for next week, into the new year. Let's get into it. What is the 7 of water? So the 7 of water is being clarified by the Hermit. That's Virgo energy. The 3 of swords and you, the strength card, Leo. It feels like you are having some form of a spiritual awakening. Definitely going within, figuring out what it is that you truly desire, what really lights your heart on fire. It's the energy of Also going towards your destined path, figuring out what that is, your true north, your north node. There definitely could be heartbreaking situations, but I feel like it's more of a healing of the heartbreak. And this going within is putting you in your power. I feel like with the 7 of water, you're kind of, I'm getting the word siphoning, but it's like moving through your truth as opposed to your illusions or delusions, like getting to the heart of things, the center of things. What is the 4 of water? Ooh, like it. One more. Or 2 more. All right, Leo, the 4 of water. Again, a feeling of being unsatisfied with your previous opportunities, emotional opportunities specifically. Could have been in love. And again, the universe is coming and bringing you another opportunity. Well, it's here. The Ace of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. With the Fool card, Aquarius, Aries, that's all about taking a leap of faith, new beginnings. You're moving in a new direction pertaining to romance or love, but I also feel like this is healing some kind of romantic wound, some heartbreak from previous or past. Something that maybe you had been holding on to for a long time with the 4 of Pentacles. What's the Lovers card? Dang, Leo, the Hanged Man wanted to come out, but it didn't. You have a really good reading. The Lovers card, something that you're creating, you're manifesting. And I feel like it not only is somebody coming in, but also self-love. The Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy. You're in your creative mode. I feel like you're definitely in your power, especially with the Sun. With the Death card, Scorpio energy, I feel like there's a transmutation, a shift taking place out of the 8 of Swords. Something that had you in a self-imposed prison, some kind of overthinking, overanalyzing, feeling stuck or stagnant. I also feel like you're dropping the burdens with the 10 of Wands from the past. You're definitely ending a major cycle. What's the call? I'll pull it all together at the end. One more. So again, the call is Scorpio energy. It's all about surrendering and moving in a different direction. Again, I feel like you're surrendering the burdens and all of that. We have the 6 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the Chariot, Cancer energy. I feel like you're something to do with your past childhood with the 6 of Cups. It's like reminiscing of the past. Maybe the way that you were viewing things, things that you were carrying around from them, things that would have been very chaotic with the 5 of Wands, even giving your power away to people, places, and situations. That's what I feel like you're surrendering. And the Chariot is, once that's been surrendered and you're moving in a new direction, the change, the new pathway, it's victory, success, and movement forward. With the Tower card as well, this is a major shift and change. Scorpio, Aries energy. And we have Justice, Libra energy, which is bringing in balance. Let's get to the underlying with the storm warning, the transformative pathway, and the Page of Earth. What is the Page of Earth? So the Page of Earth is being clarified by the Page of Cups, the Emperor in the reverse, and the Chariot card. I feel like what's being offered is I feel like there's a moving away from something, and that could be the storm warning, whether it's a moving away from the old you and or a person. The Emperor in the reverse is somebody who likes to be Well, the Emperor is somebody who is in control, in charge. They're like they embody all four kings. But it feels more like, in the reverse, this is somebody who is more dominating, like very controlling, like to an extreme. Somebody who doesn't use their power wisely. If anything, they're very controlling, demanding. Well, I heard angry, argumentative. So whether that's you leaving that behind and or this person, that feels like the storm warning. I feel like this is somebody that you're moving away from. And it could be a boss. I mean, it could be your boss. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're moving on to another job. But we do have victory, success, and movement forward. And it almost feels like killing them with kindness kind of energy, like being kind and sensitive and being a little bit more in spiritual integrity when it comes to dealing with this person or moving forward, offering more compassion and caring energy as opposed to telling them to stick it, right? So the 29th through to the 4th, you are in your power. You are going through some major shift and change. Pathways are opening up for you that are very transformative. I feel like you're sifting through illusion and delusion and opportunities and really figuring out what one you desire to take. You're in your power. There is a little bit of heartbreak, but I feel like you're healing your heart energy. You do have a new romantic opportunity, possibly romantic, opening up for you. It doesn't have to be just because it's cups energy. It could be literally that you are just getting involved in a new emotional endeavor, something that really makes your heart light up. Definitely have self-love with the love card, number 6. And again, it could be a soulmate coming in, but that doesn't apply for everybody. With the Magician card, you're creating the ending to this self-imposed prison, this old way of thinking and believing, this old life, this old paradigm. There's something that you're surrendering from childhood that was very chaotic. It feels like people-pleasing energy to an extent. The storm warning is pertaining to somebody in your life, if it wasn't your energy, that is in their shadow energy. And I feel like the energy is to have compassion, kindness, and love towards this person. This is a major life shift and change for you, Leo. Let me read your White Light Oracle and your chakra card. So you have, oh, number 17, inner child. Yeah, healing some kind of inner child. It's a good one, huh? I'm pretty impressed with it. Number 20, Spirit Owl, which somebody got yesterday. I did 4 signs yesterday. I don't remember who got it, but somebody did. Recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. You shall soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and higher understanding. Beautiful reading, Leo. We are going to move on to a Virgo at 14:07. I feel like I'm making record timing compared to yesterday. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hi, Vicky. It's so good to see you. Even though it's only in the chat, but you know what I mean. It's good to feel your presence. It is a gift. I know I have my Christmassy hat on. I just have to shuffle for like a half an hour. Okay, I gotta turn my heater off. I'm roasting. It's like I only come in, well, I come in here roughly a few times a day, but I don't leave the heat on in here, so it's chilly. And then I sit down for a minute, and especially with this hat on, it's like freaking roasting. I'm not sure. She's probably celebrating her Christmas. I told her she doesn't have to be here all the time. I love having her in the chat, but I almost feel bad that she's like constantly having to wield the comments, which won't be happening after the new year. I've set it up differently. All right, almost done with this shuffling. Good grief. I just did Leo. I am on Virgo, and then we have Libra and Scorpio, and then the last four will be tomorrow. I hope everybody is enjoying their holiday, enjoying their family or their peace and solitude, whatever it is that you are up to this evening. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Okay, lots of shuffling. Virgo, week ahead, the 29th through to the 4th. What does Virgo need to know? That was quick. Virgo, that was quick too. Nice. 29th through to the 4th of January. Interesting. One more. For Virgo. Okay. Virgo, the overall energy for the upcoming week. You have two energies. Could be you and somebody you're dealing with. Could be both your energies. Take it how it resonates. We have number 28, victory and success. It feels like having the Midas touch. Number 27, walking away. And it is all pertaining to a courtship in the reverse, number 4. So whatever pertained to your courtship, I feel like you're walking away from it, and or this is somebody else's energy, but I'm going to read it as if it's yours. Flip the roles if you need to. This is you feeling victorious because it almost feels like you're taking your power back, walking away, expanding out of some known, well, I heard castle, which makes me feel like confinement, almost like a prison energy. But feeling very victorious when you walk away, which again feels like taking your power back from a situation, a courtship. We have the 4 of Earth. This is something that you were holding on to for some time. With the 6 of Water, feels like it could have been something from childhood, some kind of past. Well, I heard safety mechanism. So is it something that pattern that maybe you learned as a child to, I don't know, something that made you feel safe? This does also sometimes talk about a past life soulmate, but it could have been that you were holding on to a past life soulmate. With the 10 of water, or excuse me, the 10 of air, there's something that's shifting and changing within you. With the 10 of air, that's your thoughts, the way you communicate, the way you think, your beliefs. When you hit the 10, that cycle's coming to an end. There's going to be some kind of clarifying moment that is like the light bulb goes on, because I just saw a really bright light. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have the Angel of Strength, number 50, and it is pertaining to number 22, official person. Well, the angel of strength is being in your power, taking your power back. And as far as official person, are you taking it back from an official person, or are you becoming an official person? To me, official person is anybody that you would deem official. So like, I don't know why lawyer just popped into my head, but like lawyer or a judge or a police officer or the principal or somebody who has like this official title. So if you are a doctor, like you could be the official person, or you're, you know, the official person in your line of work. Could be you. We have the Two of Earth. This is energetically overwhelming. There's something that you were putting too much energy in, um, emotional and energetically draining. And I feel like with the Four of Air, you're going to be healing from whatever that was. We're going to clarify, of course. The Four of Air is all about meditation, healing, resting, recovering. It's also receiving guidance and downloads. So I feel like you're taking your power back from a situation that you were holding on to pertaining to something from childhood. It could be both, and a person. You're releasing an old way of thinking and believing. It's like a major cycle coming to an end. You're in your power pertaining to an official person. And I feel like you're recovering or resting from whatever this situation was, but let's get into it. What's the Four of Earth? This is for Virgo. So the Four of Earth is being clarified by that Two of Pentacles that's in your underlying energy. The Seven of Wands and the Sun card. I feel like the Sun is illuminating something. And I feel like what it might be illuminating is whatever it is that you're going to be releasing, your beliefs, your thoughts. But I also feel like, and I know it's going to sound silly, but you've been almost holding yourself back from happiness, joy, success, abundance, creativity, because you've been in this energy of you've been holding on too tightly to making something work. And if you look in this card, like the waves, your emotions are, it's exhausting. It's draining, and energetically, emotionally. But this is somebody who's like, I'm literally going to fight off anybody who tells me any different. I don't want, it's like you have tunnel vision. Like the sun is here, not only is it illuminating and clarity, but it's also your happiness, your joy, your success, your freedom, your everything. And you're like, nope, I don't want it because I'm too busy doing this, because I don't want to let go. What is this Six of Water? I was going to say, what are we needing to let go of? What is the Six of Water? Ooh. The Six of Water is being clarified by the Page of Wands. That's could be somebody younger than you or mentally immature, if you will. But it's passion. It's passion and charisma, and it's almost like a magnetic pull, right? With the Two of Wands, which is turning one's back on the past and moving forward. Moving towards something bigger, something more expansive. With the Chariot, victory, success, and movement forward. There's either somebody from your past life and or something from your childhood, or both, that it's like having nostalgia, wanting something, holding on to something that you feel is going to bring you this passion and this new opportunity and this victory, success, and movement forward towards a wish fulfillment. But the person is a page. It's a page. It's all, and I'm not trying to knock pages. I mean, But there's, in tarot, especially when you're referring to a page, it's somebody who's young-minded. It's somebody who's, yeah, they're passionate, but they're not off. It's not a king. They're not offering you, it's almost like a flash in the pants or pan. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but it's like there's no longevity here. There's no, they're not, like the word distinguished is coming to mind, but I guess I'm trying to explain, think of the energy of somebody who's, and I'm not talking about age here. I'm sure they're your age or hopefully close. But think of somebody who's out of high school, who has no idea about the real world, who thinks they do. They think they know everything. They think that, whatever. And then somebody who has been through a lot and has lived a lot of life. You're talking about a page versus a king. So regardless of age, there are plenty of pages who are, 40, 50, 60. So it's not age in that respect. I'm just trying to give the example of, I guess like a young soul. Well, that's not even the right, like they're not evolved. There's not a whole lot going on there to offer with the exception of the passion. What is the 10 of air? I heard in disbelief. Are you in disbelief? So the 10 of air, what you're releasing, an old belief system. So maybe you're in disbelief. We have the 4 of swords. That's in your underlying as well. That's the healing, the resting, the, receiving guidance and downloads. Because you're up in your head, like you're stuck with the 8 of swords. It's a self-imposed prison. It's fear, it's doubt, it's lying to yourself. It is illusion, delusion, false evidence appearing real, with the 6 of cups in the reverse. Interesting that it's in the reverse. In the reverse, it feels like there's some kind of clarity coming when it comes to whatever this past childhood situation was and or past life. Like maybe you're realizing this isn't somebody from your past life soulmate. Maybe it's not a soulmate. We also have rejection here. Okay. I don't know if they're going to reject you or you're going to reject them. I feel like I said, in the energy, you're probably going to reject them. But this is the 4 of cups, rejection with the lovers. So whether it was a soulmate or not, with the 8 of cups, there's an emotional detachment because it's not fulfilling. It's not what you thought it was going to be. It was like you were feeding yourself lies. And this is going to be very shocking, whether it's to you or somebody you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. Somebody is walking away. Scorpio, Aries energy on the Tower. But this is going to be a major change. And again, I feel like it's because when the clarity comes through, when you rid yourself of whatever story you've been telling yourself, there's an understanding that this isn't who you thought it was. This isn't, there's something that's being healed within you. So what is the angel of strength with the official person? Let's do the 2 of earth. What is the 2 of earth? I just had to look at it. It wasn't going to pop out, but now I feel like I should say what it was. It was the Aries specifically, but it was Aries, Leo, Sag. It was the Queen of Wands. So that 2 of earth, that juggling, that whole refusing to see clarity or see things from any other perspective, like fighting for your right to be in this energy, holding on to something that just really wasn't for you. We have the 10 of Swords. Like you're finally letting this go. And it definitely, with the 9 of Wands, was something pertaining to your chironic wounding, possibly from childhood, again with that 6 of Cups, but even maybe past life. It could have even been a past life karmic soulmate. And we have the 5 of Cups. So this is somebody who's focused on what didn't work out, but they have opportunities and options behind them. They're just so focused on what isn't working or what hasn't worked out or the pain and the sorrow. And frankly, I don't even know if that's this situation. I just wonder if that's why we're holding on so tightly to something and being disillusioned or dishonest with ourselves as to why we're holding on to it. But the reality is because we've had pain that we've never let go of, that there's a belief system around something that happened in our past that we're holding on to because we don't want to feel that pain again, or we don't want to believe it, or whatever the case is for you. Everybody's different. What's the 4 of Air? What's this healing and clarity? Oh, the Queen of Wands did want to come out. Interesting. So we have the 4 of Air, which is healing and clarity, receiving downloads, resting, recovering from what? The 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion. With the Queen of Swords, Libra energy specifically, but it is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. The Queen of Swords is the energy of somebody who is diplomatic and they're fair, but they're willing to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve them. With the Queen of Wands, specifically Aries, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like you're healing from a situation that definitely came from your childhood, but also possibly a past life. And I mean, let me give an example. When you're a child, let's say parents divorce or one parent works a whole lot, and there's just this energy of feeling not good enough or not worthy because somebody isn't showing you the love that you feel you need. So there becomes like this attention-seeking behavior and this clingingness because there's a rejected feeling somewhere deep within you. As you grow, you hold on to that unless somehow you are aware of it and heal it, which the majority of us humans aren't till we hit a certain age, and then the majority don't even heal anything. They just, whatever. Let's not get into that. I digress. Literally, it comes to a point where it continuously plays out in your life over and over again. Different faces, different places, the scenario's different, but the key wound is still there. I feel like you're healing that. I feel like you're moving into a new energy where you're becoming more imbalanced with yourself. You still have that passion, drive, desire, that go-getter energy, creative energy, but I feel like there's definitely a shift and change within you to where you're no longer allowing past wounds to contribute to your creation of your current life. You're getting clarity. So is one of these people or both of these people something that contributed to that? That is entirely possible. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's very passion driven, somebody who is very they're very magnetic and charismatic. They are definitely passion, lots of passion. And then, like I said, the Queen of Swords is the energy of somebody who is, you know, very witty, and they seem knowledgeable and balanced. Interesting, for sure. I feel like you're gaining your power back by walking away from a situation that you somehow found yourself in pertaining to a past karmic, chironic wound. I feel like you are finally going to be taking your power back from this situation and walking away and emotionally detaching, getting more clarity, and really kind of doing more spiritual work on the self to clear out any of that. With the 10 of air, you're definitely shifting in the way that you're thinking. So let me read your chakra cards. I say cards because 2 came out. And then we'll read your white light oracle. So you have, number 25, clarity. Ha! You're getting the clarity. And then you have, oh my God, number 12, relationships. I feel like you're definitely gaining clarity when it comes to relationships. And then we have your white light oracle, number 38, Dara of Patra, I don't know. This feels like divine knowledge, like almost like rebirth energy. What is number 38? Out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. Beautiful, Virgo. Let us move on to Libra at 3649. As I shuffle away, I'm on Libra. Next we have Scorpio, and then tomorrow will be Sag, Cap, Aquarius, and Pisces. I'm gonna have to tell Leanne she's fired. I'm totally kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think any of these are, well, maybe Libra. I was gonna say I don't think any of these are her signs anyway. Well, good. If she watches Libra, Leanne, you're totally fired. I'm just kidding. You're not. You're not, Leanne. I need you. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you're dealing with. I should also mention that all of my monthlies are out and available. The pre-recorded January monthlies. This is for the week of the 29th through to the 4th for the sign of Libra. Full clarifications. My gift to you for this Christmas. Happy Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you for joining me. My husband was like, who's even gonna watch? And I was like, dude, by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, people are probably done. Like, they're done with the Christmas. They're done with family. They're done. Like, they need to switch things up a smidgen. I don't know. I think my son opens his presents by like early, and then until dinner time, it's like, okay, that's that. I probably should have done this earlier, but that's okay. Okay. Libra. Week ahead. What does Libra need to know? 29th through to the 4th for the sign of Libra. Ooh, with the quickness. It's gonna fall. for the sign of Libra. What does Libra need to know? Okay. Let me take a sip. I'm feeling parched. Libra. Overall energy for this upcoming week. We have two. Could be both of yours or somebody you're dealing with. Take it how it resonates. We have number 2, journey, which to me is akin to the Fool card, like a new journey, taking a trip of sorts, fresh new beginning. And we have number 4, happy family. So I feel like you're definitely taking a new happy journey with your family. Like I feel like it's a new venture with your family, and it's pertaining to number 20, house in the reverse. Interesting. I almost feel like you could be moving. If the house is in reverse, it could be that you are moving. Like maybe looking for a new home or moving homes. Like in the reverse, it feels like something's coming to an end in the home that you currently are in. So whether it's a lease or something to that extent, but it feels like you're in a happy, good energy with family. Family is anything. Friends can be family. Animals can be your family. I know I have some fur babies, kids, husband, wife, you know, whatever the case is. This is taking a new trip. This is, I feel like you're leaving a home. I don't know that it could be any more specific. We have the 5 of Earth. There could have been a feeling of lack. Maybe you are pushing through a time of not having necessarily enough ducats in the bank account. It's interesting. The 5 of Earth isn't the bestest of cards. It's the kind of watch how your thoughts are going because you're creating that. And so if you're in lack or feeling like you don't have enough, you'll just keep creating more of that. But I mean, we're also in the holiday season, and a lot of people end up feeling this, you know, by the end of it. So it's entirely possible that this isn't like a regular energy. For some of you, this could have been a long-term situation that you were kind of strapped for a while. But we have the 6 of Air, and I like to see that because I feel like you're finally moving into more emotional and mental calmer waters. Like you're moving out of this energy. It could pertain to your house, and that's so strange. You might want to look this up or don't. I mean, teach their own if this resonates, but I just got this hit that there's something pertaining to the numbers of your house in numerology. So like your house number and numerology, that could mean something for you. We have the 9 of Air. This is a self-imposed prison. Not really a fan of seeing that after we move out of that. But what I do like is that it's the 9, and the 9, of course, leads to the 10, and the 10 is the end of that. And then you're moving into a new way of thinking, which I'm pretty sure in the underlying energy we're going to get to. But this is fear, anxiety. It's like old thought patterns that are creating probably more of this. So for some of you, this could have actually been a lacking energy for some time. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 24, adjacent possibilities, pertaining to number 34, occupation. Do you have a lot of opportunities when it comes to work? Are you trying to figure out like what you truly desire to do or what you're going to be doing? I mean, it looks like you have a lot of possibilities. That's great. That's great energy. But we do also have Pisces energy, the Hanged Man, gaining a new perspective. Hopefully on everything, especially that lacking energy. So let's get into the clarification. Again, I feel like you're on a new journey. You have your energy this next week is really good. It feels really good. And again, I feel like you're moving. Whether you actually move next week or not, I'm not saying that, but there is an energy that that's some topic of conversation next week. So what is the 5 of Earth? Ooh. Libra. Okay, I like to see that. I don't know that that technically wanted to come out, but I popped it out. Okay, Libra, that 5 of Earth. I feel like you were going through this financial strain for far more than just the holiday season. This could have been a very long cycle for you. Not to say that you were in financial ruins the whole time, but it might not have just been finances, because normally when we're moving through something, it kind of affects everything in our life. It'll start with one thing, but then seep into other things. And if this is some kind of a chironic wound, it could be upwards of 10 years. Just saying. Where, again, it's not saying that whole time you were feeling lacking or didn't have money the whole time, but it could have come in spurts. Like you've got some, you're doing good, and then bam, something happens. And then you've got, like, it feels like it was a pattern, a roller coaster pattern. And again, not just with your finances, but also, I mean, that's going to seep out to anything in the 3D. So car issues or relationships to an extent. I mean, it's not hearts, but it could have been, it's also the energy being left out in the cold or feeling abandoned. We have the 9 of Wands, which is Chiron, and it's wounding, and it's something that needs to be moved through. What I really like to see is that we skip the 10 of dropping all those burdens and head straight for that 1, that ace. So I feel like you've healed some kind of wound, some kind of chironic wound, some old baggage that you were carrying around with you and repeating. It was just repeating. And again, it's not like, I mean, I guess you could look back on and not really see, oh, well, I mean, I guess there were a few things here and there, but I know I went through that, and you don't really notice it until you're out of it. And then you're like, yeah, there were a lot of kerfunkles, a lot of kerfunkles. But we have the King of Swords, which specifically is Gemini. But I'm going to say that this is your energy, unless you're dealing with a Gemini. I feel like this is you getting back in your power, taking control back, having clarity and understanding. What is the 6 of Air? Ooh, I like that. Well, there's your 10. There's your 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So you did drop it. So that 6 of Air is being clarified by the Empress card, Taurus, Libra energy, the 5 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're moving away to calmer waters. You're getting a new beginning with the Taurus, Libra. I feel like you're in your power. I feel like this is you embodying this, male, female, not gender specific, but this is somebody who embodies all 4 queens. This is the energy of somebody who's very in their Venusian energy. They're giving birth to their dreams, desires. And I feel like there was some kind of heartache or heartbreak, again, that you might have been focused on some kind of an ending. But I feel like you are pushing through whatever that was, whether, again, it's more recent or something that is what triggered or was triggered from this energy, the 5 of Pentacles, or I should say more the chironic wounding. This is all about creativity and abundance and prosperity and, again, giving birth to your dreams, new beginnings. So I feel like there's something that was released or being released. With the 2 of Wands, this to me is the minor arcana of the World card. You're turning your back on that old wand and moving forward into a new beginning, into a new endeavor. With the Journey card, you've dropped the burden. What is the 9 of Air? I almost feel like that chironic wound wasn't just your ducats. I feel like it was also your emotional relationships. The Nine of Air is being clarified by that 10 of Cups, the same happy family energy we have in your energetic field with the Queen of Pentacles, specifically Capricorn, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Wands. I feel like there was some kind of defensive energy when it came to a family situation, whether you were aware of it or not, and especially if you're having financial issues or you'd be surprised how one issue in the life can literally affect how your energy is in the rest of your life. Even if you're trying to hide it from those that you care about or love, they tend to get the brunt of it, mainly because you spend more time with them, right? So you could have been a little bit more snappy or a little bit more defensive or just in an overall different energy. And I feel like this is something that, again, was some kind of a mental cycle. There was something where your stability, your security, your emotions, all of it, and it was affecting family life, was you were very defensive or almost like felt burdened by it. And I feel like this is something that really was a pattern and really had you up in your headspace. Let's get to that underlying with the adjacent possibilities and occupation and the Hanged Man. I like it. Well, now I'm going to have to read the Emperor. Okay, we'll read those two. So, the Hanged Man, you getting a new perspective, seeing things differently, and what it is that you're seeing different is the different possibilities, the adjacent possibilities pertaining to your occupation. We have the Magician, so you're definitely manifesting and you're seeing it differently. You're creating what you're creating, you're seeing it differently. Virgo, Gemini energy, and there's some kind of an emotional detachment taking place, but you're moving towards an Emperor energy. And or are you, nope, I feel like you're moving towards an Emperor energy. The Emperor is the boss. Are you turning into the boss, or is this another person? Because the cards that I ended up pulling on the bottom was the Emperor with the Two of Water. So there could be an energy pertaining to a boss that you are emotionally detaching from, and or moving towards, and there's some kind of a romantic situation. It almost feels like you're emotionally detaching from a boss, though. And an emotional detachment from a boss wouldn't necessarily mean that you already had some romantic situation with them. It would mean that if you, I mean, we have emotions towards everything. So an emotional detachment means like, I can't quit because I like this person. That would be an emotional attachment, instead of being like, no, I hate this job. I like the person, but it's not about that. It's about my livelihood. It's about me. It's about my happiness, right? We have the Temperance card, which is something's taking place in divine timing. But I do want to pull, I want to find out who this Empress or Emperor is, because there's something that you're getting a new perspective on. And I feel like that's causing an emotional detachment. Something you've manifested or created. Ooh, okay. I feel like this Emperor is the Emperor to your Empress. I feel like this is a match. I feel like this person has you up in your headspace because it's a collaboration. It's work. It's business. Now, who this person is, I mean, it's a boss figure. It could be somebody that's your current boss, or it could be somebody that you're collaborating with, but you're really up in your headspace because there's some kind of passion here. Is it that this person wants something with you and you're just like, I don't know. Let's clarify the Two of Water. And then I'm going to pull it all together. Ooh. Bam. We have the Chariot card, the Devil card, and the Seven of Wands. I feel like this Emperor is wanting victory, success, and movement forward, but this is a toxic situation. This is somebody in their shadow energy, and or it's just not healthy. And I feel like with the Seven of Wands, this person could be, they could even be a Capricorn, because now Capricorn's pulling up twice. Okay, give me a second. This is super interesting. This took a turn, Libra, took a turn, okay? So you have a new beginning, a journey, and you're in the energy of happy family. I definitely feel like you're moving. Just, we have the house in the reverse. I feel like you're moving. I feel like there was a very long chironic situation pertaining to a past life wound or something from childhood that you have finally mastered, moved through. And it had to do with lack, being left out in the cold. I feel like it pertained to your emotions, but also your finances. That's on the mend. That's good. That's good, right? I feel like you finally moved out of that energy, but there was some kind of heartbreak that you were focused on, like the things that maybe went wrong that you had to move through. I feel like you leveled up and embodied that Empress energy, passion and creation and prosperity and abundance. That Nine of Air, that being stuck up in your headspace with the happy family. A Queen of Pentacles who happens to be Capricorn energy. And the Knight of Cups, some kind of romantic gesture or opportunity with the Seven of Wands, which again, I was feeling that you were being more defensive, a little bit on edge when it came to this family situation. But in the underlying, when we have the adjacent possibilities pertaining to occupation, you're seeing your manifestations differently. You could have been emotionally detached from this Emperor. Again, I feel like this is the Emperor to your Empress. But I feel like you were emotionally detached from this person, which could have been that defensive energy. I feel like this had you up in your headspace. There is definitely some kind of collaboration or desire for that. And passion, drive, desire, creativity when it comes to this person. But I feel like with the victory, success, there is some kind of toxic energy and defensive energy in this relationship. So I guess at the end of the day, the question is, are you, I mean, it's not telling me, are you going to stay? Are you going to work through it? It's really not being specific in that respect. There's definitely defensive energy. And it just feels like you're kind of up in your headspace. So maybe maybe you yourself are on the fence and you haven't made that decision yet, but there's definitely healing pertaining to financial woes. There's definitely moving taking place. You definitely have a lot of opportunities when it comes to business and work. I definitely feel like you and whoever this person is are Emperor and Empress. I mean, you're a powerful couple, but there's definitely some kind of, and if it's not, I mean, I guess it could not be toxicity. It could be that it's a Capricorn. So if it's a Capricorn, maybe that's what the devil stands for. Although I don't know why Capricorn just wouldn't have popped out, but okay. Libra, we have one second. All right. Number 34, Universal Light is your chakra card. Universal Light. And then we have number 1, Magnetism of Eros. Interesting, because before I show that card, I got to make sure. interesting because this feels very almost like you're shifting and raising, and people are like drawn to your energy or wanting to hold on to your energy. Oh, this is number 1. Trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. Take steps towards that which moves your heart. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then can you be truly held. That which appears out of reach or unattainable to you is closer than you realize. So you definitely are shifting. You moved through something serious. As far as the Emperor energy, I definitely feel like you're dealing with another person. Oh my gosh. Oh, I need to plug in my phone. It's gonna die. I'm moving on to Scorpio, by the way. Excuse me up in the camera. There we go. Now it's just gonna show low battery on my thing forever. That's all right. 6133. On to Scorpio. These are like the worst cards to try to shuffle. I think it's just because they're small. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So always take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. I say what every time? That those cards suck to shuffle? I know, I should probably just get different clarifiers. Oh. I put the wrong cards in here. Well, here we go again. Careful what you wish for. Careful what you focus on. Because now I get to shuffle them all over again. Funny how that works. I love these cards. These are the best cards ever. Oh my gosh. Okay. Scorpio, this is for the week ahead, the 29th through to the 4th, which actually, I know I said this yesterday, but not everybody was here yesterday. I will be live on New Year's Day. Not New Year's Eve, but New Year's Day. Although I'll be home on New Year's Eve. Probably cozied up to a nice book. You know, I'm the life of the party. Ah. A 6. I think it should already be set in my, if you click on the live tab, it should tell you that I have an upcoming one. But it's 6 p.m. New Year's Day, so the 1st. Because it lands on Wednesday. Because I'm going back to my normal Wednesday and Friday. We'll see how that works out. Because I'm doing a totally different stream than I'm not doing the vertical live. I'm doing it from my laptop. So we'll see how that one plays out. Although from the laptop, I don't know that you're going to be able to see the cards. Although I hold them up, so we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Okay. Scorpio. Upcoming week. What does Scorpio need to know for the upcoming week? Ooh, nice. 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 Oh, I'm getting that song. I remember when. I remember when I lost my mind. Not gonna sing that. Well, wait until you watch the Libra, Leanne, because I fired you. I'm totally kidding. You're not fired. You're not fired at all. I told you you could take a break. Like, you don't have to be here all the time. I appreciate you tremendously. And you only miss like one really gnarly thing. Okay. Scorpio. Overall energy for the upcoming week. Actually, it's pretty good. You have number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. And it looks like with 29, imprisonment in the reverse, which means coming out of that headspace for some of you. If you were in prison, maybe you're coming out of prison. With number 20, house. So you could be literally coming out of prison and going home for some Scorpios, which again, door to personal healing and happiness. For the majority, I feel like this is more pertaining to like a mental prison. You're opening up the door to healing and happiness, getting out of that, I heard obsessive, maybe obsessive compulsive, overthinking, over analyzing. As far as the home energy, it's interesting because for me, it definitely could be a home, right? It could pertain to no longer feeling like you're a prisoner to your home or whatever the case is, right? But the symbolism of a house for me is the mind. Mainly because I have very vivid dreams of homes, and it's talking about clearing out different rooms in the homes, which is clearing out certain things out of your mind, shifting things. So frankly, I feel like you're opening the door to personal healing and happiness, which opening the door means that you're allowing it to shift and change. You're allowing the healing to take place. I don't know that you've actually gotten there yet, but it feels like there's a major shift and change when it comes to overthinking, overanalyzing, self-imposed prison, fear, doubt pertaining to your mind. And if it house represents something different for you, take it for how it resonates. We have the 6 of air. This is mental energy. Again, the 6 of air is like a rite of passage, like finally moving into, it's almost like leaving the storm and moving into calmer waters, emotional and mental. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. With the 9 of air, I feel like somebody else just had the 9 of air pop in after the 6 of air. And this is that self-imposed prison. This is the overthinking, the overanalyzing. This is the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the nightmares. The thing I do like about the 9 is that you're almost to the 10. So that's good. Because once we hit the 10, then you, unless you're going to repeat the cycle, you're going to get handed the Ace of Swords, which is a new way of thinking and believing, clarity coming in finally. We do have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a High Priestess. This is somebody who's highly intuitive, psychic. So it could be somebody bringing you guidance. It could just be that you're finally getting in tune with your intuition, your higher self, your spiritual aspects, especially as a Scorpio. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have Healer of the Ages. Interesting, number 51. Are you a healer of the ages, or are you reaching out to a healer? Because it's pertaining to number 7, message. So there's a healer of the ages and there's message. Is it that you're getting in tune with higher faculties of your own that's healing, that's helping you through something, or a physical person outside of you, which again could be sent by spirit? Take it how it resonates. Let's move that down. You have number 13. So it's transformation. But that's the Death card, Scorpio energy, and it feels like it's transmutation. Like there's an old aspect of you dying off for a new aspect to be reborn. We do have the moon energy, number 18, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces specifically. But it's interesting because I feel like there's something transforming. I heard in the light of the moon. Now there's a song coming through. Okay, I don't know how this, I mean, this is your message, so maybe, I mean, clearly it's for you, but when the night has come and the moon is the only thing light will see, I won't be afraid, I won't shed a tear, as long as you stand by me. Stand by me. I think that's the name of the song. That took me a hot minute, didn't it? There could be, again, somebody walking with you, whether it's in spirit or, ooh, I just got really emotional, like that feeling of emotions. Did somebody cross over and now they're walking with you and helping you transform or transition? Or was that a catalyst for your transformation? For some of you, I feel like that could be relevant. This feels very much like you're transforming and transmuting your fears into something else. But I also feel like something positive in your life, right? But I also feel like you have heightened intuition and gifts coming through at this time. We also have the Fool card. That is a brand new beginning. You've ended a cycle, an old cycle. With the Tower card, this is life-changing. This is almost unexpected, and it feels like it's like you go to sleep as one and you wake up a completely different person. The Fool is Aquarius, Aries. The Tower is Scorpio, Aries. So let's get clarifying. I heard let's get cracking. All right. What is the Six of Air? Now it's playing over in my head. If the sky that we look upon should... I feel like you're going through some major life change. Like it feels like things are just crumbling around you, but I feel like it's almost like breaking you free, like a catalyst of sorts into growth. And I heard higher spiritual connection. It's leading you on a destined path. Oh, and then yeah, okay. Destined path, yep. Okay, so the Six of Air, this moving into calmer emotional and mental waters, we have the Moon card. Again, Cancer, Pisces energy. With the Four of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the King of Swords. Specifically Gemini, but it's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. It could be somebody that you were dealing with. With a Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I'll get to that in a minute. Specifically Cancer, but it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If you're dealing with a water sign, or it could resemble you. I feel like what you're moving away from is fear and something deep and hidden, which is so interesting that this is Pisces, Cancer, because it makes me think of Scorpio. Scorpio likes to dig to the depths. They like to know everybody's secrets and get to the bottom of the bottomless pit, like under the deepest crevices and cracks. Like they want to know, and they want to feel the deepest of emotions. I feel like there's something that you're facing, some fear, and I feel like it pertains to definitely a union of sorts, but also I feel like this is a twofold, because I feel like you're also opening up your spiritual aspects, which is again the Moon energy. And the Four of Wands always makes me feel like the Four pillars, like it is the templed path, like you're almost graduating into the next level. But I definitely feel like there's some union that I feel like you might be turning your back on. We have the Three of Wands. It's like you're moving. It almost feels like you're waiting on clarity with the King of Swords. That almost feels like that Ace of Swords, like that clarity, that honesty, that truth, that communication. There's some kind of secrets pertaining to this union. And you're waiting for the clarity, for the truth. Because I feel like you've been up in your headspace. And you're finally, when you receive the clarity is when you're moving forward. The King of Swords to me feels like getting that clarity, that truth. It also is somebody who's willing to cut out people, places, and situations that just aren't aligning with them. It could be that you're cutting out another water sign, and or this person could be cutting you out. What is the Nine of Air? Okay. That verse of that song will not leave my head. If the sky that we look upon, and it's just like repeat, repeat, repeat. The Nine of Air is being clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, like to see that, the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy, and the Four of Pentacles. So the Nine of Air, again, that's that fear, anxiety, but you're moving out of it because it's a 9. So there's something that had you up in your headspace for far too long. And it's an old pattern. I mean, wands are also attributed to Chiron energy, and you're going like you're literally, the Eight of Wands are coming flying in. That's fast moving energy, possibly communication, but it could just be a major shift and change that comes out of nowhere. And it's the Ten of Wands. You're finally just dropping it. Like, I'm done. I can't take it anymore. And, or again, there's some catalyst that causes this to transpire. With the Magician card, I feel like it's almost like a new energy that you start manifesting from. But you're holding on to something. Are you holding on to your creation? This is happening in divine timing. Sagittarius card, or excuse me, Temperance, Sagittarius energy. With the Justice card, balance, Libra energy. I definitely feel like you're taking a balanced approach. I also feel like you're not overindulging. This is happening in divine timing. And I do feel like you're holding on to whatever creation you're trying to manifest. And I feel like you're holding on to that new energy of kind of like that relief when you drop the load off. What is the High Priestess energy? Nice. So again, whether this is somebody who's coming in for you, which it very well could be, or you're just following your intuition, we have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is a past life soulmate. Doesn't have to be a lover, could be, take it how it resonates. But it also does talk about nostalgia from the past. However, unless you are reminiscing about your really strong intuition from the past, I feel like this could be somebody coming in for you. And I feel like it's a wish fulfillment. It's like, I just saw angel wings. Like, you could deem this person as like your savior, not in a put them on a pedestal kind of sense, but Have you ever had an occasion where you just met the right person at the right time and they just helped in whatever you were dealing with, and you were like, I'm so grateful for meeting you. I'm so grateful for this friendship or this romance or whatever the case is. Even sometimes you realize it in hindsight that you're like, oh, thank goodness that person came into my life when they did. Like it was a necessity. It's that kind of energy. Like somebody with angel wings, like they were sent to assist. It's life changing. You have the tower twice. Like this is a major, major life change. I definitely feel like there's something pertaining to your healing taking place. And again, it's an old way of thinking and believing, burdens being dropped. There definitely feels like there's a union that is being left behind because I think there's secrets or illusion, delusion attached to it. Healer of the ages. You're receiving a message. What's the transformation? The death card. That's you again. So the death card is being clarified by the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy. Endings bringing new beginnings. The Empress is definitely new beginning. It is time to give birth to your dreams and your desires. It is a very fertile time. It is new beginnings. It's the energy of abundance, prosperity. And it's interesting because we have the Nine of Cups. Well, that is wish fulfillment. Not only is it wish fulfillment, but it is the energy of somebody who is emotionally sovereign. So they're not affected or concerned with other people, places, and situations. They hold they're in control of their emotions. And also it's considered a single card. I definitely feel like there's a new beginning for you. I feel like emotionally you've healed on some level. And with the Ten of Swords, you're done. You've dropped the burdens and you've dropped the old way of thinking that created the burdens. This is huge. I always like seeing the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords in the same reading. I feel like there could have been some kind of heartbreaking situation. But I feel like it's all being healed. I mean, like I said, you open the door to personal healing and happiness. Ah, there's your 9 of Wands in the moon. What's the moon energy? The Knight of Wands. So again, there was secrecy, fears, anxiety, something that was chironic, a wound from your past, even possibly with the Six of Cups from your childhood. And again, I feel like it also, well, with the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy, I feel like you were manifesting from that energy, which is how you been creating your life up to this point. I feel like you've shifted that by being in that High Priestess energy. That's where the shift and change comes from. The Fool card. The new beginning. Interesting. We have the Four of Wands. Again, you've got that now twice. So you're having a new beginning with the Four of Wands, but I also, again, could be a union. Maybe you're just having a new beginning. Maybe you're not leaving it behind. Maybe that's part of your healing. But I feel as though it also pertains to that templed path. That's your new beginning. You're moving up a level. Spiritually, energetically, we have the Strength card. That is you in your power, strength and perseverance. And then the Six of Pentacles, which is balance. And also you could be receiving some kind of financial windfall. What's the Tower card? Okay, Tower card. Last card. is being clarified by the Chariot. This is a good tower. Victory, success, and movement forward. La, 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 la. Ah, how did they find the channel? Again. Anyways, Chariot, victory, success, movement forward. With the Four of Swords in the reverse, I feel like you've healed. The Tower is the major shift of healing, right? Well, the Four of Swords is in the reverse is that you're no longer needing to rest or heal. With the Temperance card, I feel like you're just taking things one step at a time, not overindulging. It also, Sagittarius energy, it's also divine timing. So let me spew through this really quick for you. You have opened the door to personal healing and happiness because you have finally escaped your self-imposed prison, your mental mind effery. You're moving into calmer waters. I feel like, again, there's secrets and hidden, something, well, I heard hidden disguises, but fears and secrets pertaining to some kind of a union. I feel like you've been waiting for clarity and truth and honesty. And I also feel like you're cutting out people, places, and situations that just aren't in alignment. Because frankly, you've been overthinking, overanalyzing, and dealing with far too much mental aerobics. Literally out of nowhere, I feel like you finally just dropped the load. You're done. I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, it feels like it's a sudden shift and change, but I feel like this has been building for some time. With the Magician, I feel like you've been literally holding on to something for a long time. Again, I feel like this has been building for a long time, and you're finally going to drop it. And that's something that you've manifested, something you've created. You definitely are following your intuition, but I also feel like there's somebody here that is helping you, walking you through this. Somebody possibly from your childhood or past life. This is a wish fulfillment, and they're helping you create the Tower. I also, again, feel like you're following your intuition. You could be dealing with a healer of the ages or be becoming a healer of the ages, receiving some kind of downloads or intuition or even a message from a person in the physical. You're definitely putting an end to an old way of thinking and believing, having a new beginning, transmuting all of that Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands energy into new beginnings, joy, happiness. It's like feeling very passion driven and creative. Definitely single and emotionally sovereign. The Moon energy, again, I feel like was chironic wounding from childhood. And I feel like for a long time you were mismanifesting from that energy, from that fear, which is what got you in that stuck energy to begin with. The new beginning, definitely with the Four of Wands, could be a new union taking place, but I feel like it more pertains to you leveling up and being on your templed path, being in your power, being more in balance. And again, there is some kind of financial windfall coming in. This is life-changing. I feel like you have victory, success, movement forward. You're definitely moving out of the needing to be rested and healing energy and kind of just taking one step at a time as divine timing plays out in your life. So your chakra card is, hold on, let me, number 17, inner child. Definitely could be healing inner child wounding, Six of Cups. And then your White Light Oracle card, you have number 3, Obadiah. Interesting. I'm going to cover that little piece right there because I feel like she's wrapped in a cocoon, almost like a rebirth taking place. And the fact that she's kind of got her heart chakra covered makes me feel like there is heart healing taking place. But it definitely feels like rebirth energy. What is number 3? Ooh. Did I just like skim right past it? I did. Do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know in your heart to be true. No matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate, trust what your heart is telling you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered with all you need to manifest your authentic soul path. You have what it takes to connect with the light and live that connection in practical ways which contribute positive energy to our human collective. That would explain the song Spirit Protecting You. Again, it almost feels like it could be a deceased loved one, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. And I definitely feel like you are moving through a transformation. And honestly, normally when a transformation takes place, unless the people around you have already risen to that occasion or they rise to that occasion, when we have a spiritual awakening or a shift, the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new one, a lot of times the people around us go. Some stay, but new ones come. It's a cycle. That's why not everything is, meant to be with us forever. As we grow and shift, some people stay on our path with us and some people go on their own different journey, and not everybody grows and shifts at the same time. Sometimes people leave our path for, weeks, months, years, and then pop back up when they have energetically realigned. It's just the nature of who we are. We're spirit having a human experience. And as we shift and grow in this human experience, people will leave our life. And so I definitely feel like there is some kind of a union coming to an end. And it doesn't even have to be a marriage or a relationship in that respect. You're united in friends. You're united in family. So take that how it resonates. It also could have been that it was pertaining to some kind of a celebration, which clearly we're in the month of like back-to-back celebration. So it could be that something is happening around that time. It feels like a spiritual awakening to an extent, unless I feel like you're just opening the door to personal healing and happiness. So there's a major clarity coming through. And the healer of the ages energy makes me feel like for some of you, you could have already gone through it and you're moving into that energy. For others of you, it's somebody coming in who is going to assist in your healing. So that is what I have for you. I appreciate you all for joining me. Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah, that's what I have. So I will see you all on the next one tomorrow at 6.